All right, y'all. So, as you can see, I went and bought an awning. So, I've seen this awning posted on a bunch of the Facebook truck camping groups, and now I've seen a couple videos about this thing pop up in my Facebook feed. This is the Maxi Trac 8x8 foot awning. Attaches right to the side of your rack, up there to throw it on, and I picked this up at my local Napa auto parts store, and these are $100. I've kind of avoided doing this for a long time because I don't want a bunch of stuff up on the roof, but for $100 I kind of figured the price is right. The reviews on it seem to be very good for the price, obviously, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy slapped on the roof, and then we'll head down to the park and we'll pop this thing out and see how it looks. So stay tuned, y'all. So we'll get this thing opened up. So it says 8 foot by 8 foot, quick and easy setup, sun protection up to UPF 50, waterproof, 220 GSM ripstop polyester material, anodized alloy pulls, and cast alloy hinges for extra strength. Honestly, although I haven't opened it up yet, I'm guessing they're probably just like painter pulls. There we have it, guys. So it is kind of heavy. I don't know the exact weight on it. Maybe I can figure that out. It does have some branding on here that you're gonna see. Zipper all the way across the bottom of it. And then you've got your mounting plate here on the back, and I assume the mounting hardware is gonna be inside for the first packaging, so we'll see. Hopefully it is. I think your mounting hardware is in this little bag, which is probably going to have some tent stakes in it. Yep, there we go. Alright, so you've got a little bag here. It does come with a little instruction booklet. We might need to take a look at that on how to mount this thing up. You've got a couple of tent stakes here, some pretty cheap ones, but you can upgrade these for pretty much next to nothing. And some tie down ropes for those. Looks like there's 2 of them in there. And then the rest of this is just a couple of simple mounting brackets. These are going to go into the side of the awning, I believe, and then these will bolt to my top rail up there. And I think these are like to bolt underneath. You have all the hardware you should need. I think these will go through my crossbars, but we'll see. I might need to drill. I'm going to have to drill holes in the crossbars. And it's nice that this comes with this little bag for your stuff. We'll see. I'm assuming you can just store this inside the awning like it came. So you don't have to have this floating around in your vehicle, but we'll see how that works. So I'm going to take a look at these destructions here and see if there's anything specific I need to do. Yeah, I'm just going to have to drill into the roof rack. It gives you a couple different ways that you can mount it. You're going to have these screws, and I guess I can just show you that really quickly here. And I don't think it matters which ones you use, but you've got short ones and long ones here, and they just slide into this track, and that captures that, and then you'll bolt it together and bolt this to your roof rack. Now, if you didn't have a roof rack and you were going to bolt straight through the side of something, say you wanted to mount this on the side of like an enclosed trailer or anything like that, you can just use this plate on the inside and mount straight through with your 2 screws. But I will probably be using that as a bottom plate on this mount. We'll see how it works. I might have to use washers because of how my stuff is mounted up there, but we'll get this camera moved and we'll get to tossing it on the roof. Alright, so I've kind of been looking at this, and I've got one of the side mounting brackets here. And if I take this up here to the side of the truck to my rails, you can see that I've got my rails covered in foam and just some black duct tape, and that is twofold. One, so I don't damage the bottom of my kayak, but 2, the way I have this front bar set, it does whistle. When I had a roof basket mounted up here, this front bar was back farther and it did not whistle. So that was really just a cheap option to take care of that. And as far as these brackets go, I think most people would typically mount it upwards like that and have the awning up here. But I have the room. If I pull this little plug out here, what I'm going to end up doing is mounting this upside down that way. So the awning will hang off and it will be just a little bit lower. I think it should be fine. I do need to take a few more measurements to make sure that it's not going to be too low and hit down here. But I think that's what I'll do in order to keep everything a little bit lower. So by the looks of it, it should fit upside down. I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this cut off of here, and I'll just peel it back and probably tape right over it. For now, I don't really know if I can anyways. I might just have to redo this. But I'm gonna probably end up adding more junk up here since I've started. Yeah, it just tore apart. I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these off and probably have to replace them. I usually have to replace it every couple of years if I leave it up here. For now, we'll just cut her off like this. And we'll deal with that in a minute. Oh yeah, they're gonna mount just like this. I'll put a bolt in. There's 4 holes and you only get 4 total bolts. So I mean, I could go get a couple more bolts, but 2 should be enough. I'm gonna go probably this end one, and then I need to cross this. There's a little spacer inside of there, inside this bar, so I didn't smush it because they're open on the bottom. And then I'll probably go to this next one. Yeah, I'll do the second hole and the last hole. I'm gonna clamp these things up here, just a little bit of space behind them. Mark my holes out. And I've got a drill and tap, or I've got a drill, I don't need a tap. And a center punch. And yeah, we should be good to go. That looks good enough to me. We'll just do it. Now here's fingers crossed that my bit doesn't walk. I have these centered enough. I might have to waller those holes out of hair, but I got good marks. So this is just aluminum. It should just go right through it. Make sure I'm on there. Maybe I should start with a smaller one, but oh no, like butter. Now let's get through without jamming it right into the top of the top. There we go. Now, the only issue with this is that I do not have, since I put these farther apart, specifically because I probably need to clear that, I do not have backers, but I probably have some thick enough washers. Since this plate here is designed to go on the bottom, but that would have hit this bolt that's going straight through here. So that's all dependent upon your actual roof rack. But let's see if I can drop these bolts through. I didn't screw up my line up here. I need to widen that one out of here. No, fits right through. All right, so we've got our one bracket mounted. Like I said, this side bolt will nest right inside of this tube. I'm gonna go ahead and do this exact same thing to the front one, and we'll get this thing thrown on here. I gotta pull all this junk off the top here. And maybe I'll just actually get to the point where I'll make a little wind guard for the front so it doesn't whistle. But we'll see. Hopefully I've got the correct washers here, but if not, I'll have to run to the hardware store quick. Let's get this thing mounted up. I'm just gonna leave that there for now. All right, y'all, so I've got the brackets on here. The issue is that on the bottom side of this, as you can see, this piece is all open along the bottom, and I don't have washers that are wide enough for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this other bracket that came with this stuff and I'm gonna cut it in half, and that gives me a bottom plate for each bolt. So I'm gonna get both of these pieces cut in half, and then it's as far as just bolting the thing on at that point. All right, I got these mounted up in my vise. They're pretty even, and I'm just gonna eyeball it and cut it with a cutoff wheel here, and it should be good to go. There we go. Let's get these tightened up. We should be good to go, man. Boom. There we go, y'all. It's mounted up. I'm gonna rip this stuff off the top, and we'll go get this thing set up and see how she looks. Alright guys, so I've made it down to my local city park. I don't know if you can hear, there is a train moving in the background. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing set up. It shouldn't take long. I would bet less than 5 minutes, and it's my first time, so we'll just see how it looks. I've heard that it is kind of a pain to set up on your own. Well, a couple videos I watched, I kind of did one of these numbers. Not bad. And these bars are adjustable, just twist and adjust. So you can kind of put it at an angle either way. You've got some Velcro here. There we go. Well, it does look like you can pop these guys all the way out. That's awesome, y'all. That is really awesome. So we've got it set up here. It was a pretty quick setup, a little bit difficult if you guys couldn't tell, but I think once I do it a couple times, I'll get it down pretty easily. You can see how these end pieces, they just slide right through here. I suppose if you really wanted to, like if you were worried about it popping out, which it can't, you could put a cotter pin in there. You have these tie-off points here so that you can use the included ropes and the stakes and stake these poles down. These poles are fully adjustable up and down, so you could have it as low as that piece of plastic there. You can angle it either way if you want the water to come off. Right now it's sitting just a hair up, it seems like. Really nice ripstop fabric. It's pretty thick. You've got some Velcro pieces here that go all along the sides that you can use to tighten everything down. These side poles are basically the exact same thing as those, and they just fit right in there when you fold it up. So you guys can kind of see what this looks like all unfolded in here. It does have the track on the bottom here that a lot of the major companies have, and what that's going to allow you to do is install a room on this. I think there should be another one over here. Yes, there is, right there. So one of the things that, one, it was a good price, which is why I decided to just go ahead and buy it. But two, I also just saw a video that one of the ARB brand rooms will fit right onto this thing. So I don't know what those cost, but that would add another 8-foot square room on the side of this. And then you also get an awning that comes off the side of that, and it's the screen room. And I'm sure there's probably other stuff on the market that will fit. It's gonna take a while before people start figuring it out, since these are pretty new on the market right now. But to be able to add another complete room to the side of this would be pretty neat. So one of the things I didn't check as I put it on here was to see if it cleared the back window. And I'm pretty sure we're good here. So as you can see, as it comes up, it goes right by that. So if I had this awning moved back farther, this would be back farther, and then it would hit on the window frame up here and not allow that to go all the way open. So it's in about the perfect spot as far back as you can get it. But guys, I am incredibly satisfied for $100. You know, I don't feel like you can beat this. Really simple, and it just works. And now, no matter where I'm at, I can pop this thing out and I've got shade. And if it isn't super windy, it doesn't seem like you really need to worry about having it tied down. You can angle it so it can be however you need to use it. Yeah, I'm really stoked on this, guys. I couldn't be happier with this, honestly. It is kind of a bummer I've got something hanging off the roof now. If you think about it, it means it's not very stealthy anymore. I guess most people that camp are gonna know what that is hanging off the top of there. But I'm gonna get this thing packed up, which should be pretty easy, and probably get headed out here camping shortly. It's really hot out, which is another reason why I wanted to get this. If you guys couldn't tell, I was drenched by the time I got this thing mounted. And there's the train again. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm gonna get it folded back up, but I will leave the link in the video description for this awning. It attached really simply. It came with everything you needed. And I think they were listed at $99 through Napa. With tax here in Nebraska, it came out to $106.99. You can't beat that. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next adventure. I'll see you in a bit.